John, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much for your time today, Edwin.
Yeah. So, where's Sentinel Protocol based out of?
We're based out of Singapore, but besides Singapore, we have offices also in Seoul, Korea, as well as Tokyo, Japan. And we have people also based in Taiwan.
Okay. What do you do then?
Well, what do? We work together on a decentralized basis to bring solutions to the blockchain world for basically addressing problems that are centered on uncertainty and chaos related to cybersecurity.
Can you say more?
Yeah, sure. I mean, basically, if you look at the blockchain world, there's huge problems. Everybody sees these headlines in news, in newspapers, in TV shows about hacking incidents. In fact, several $1 billion of crypto tokens have been hacked.
With
And a lot of, I'm sorry?
On the Ethereum blockchain, or are you talking about?
Oh, I'm just talking about in general.
Okay.
So several $1 billion.
Okay.
And there's a lot of uncertainty, doubt, and anxiety about cybersecurity on blockchain. And basically, the core problem is not the core blockchain technology. That's very secure. It's never been hacked. But most people don't know that. They think blockchain in itself is insecure. We're trying to say blockchain is good. What's not secure are the DApps, decentralized applications,
smart contracts,
and the other connected applications that include smart contracts, but also include things, including exchanges, wallets, DNS engines. I mean, there's all kinds of uncertainties, weaknesses,
Sure.
And we're looking to address that so that people can buy crypto, so that they can use blockchain, sleep at night, and make an investment, but not feel fear and anxiety that they're going to lose everything tomorrow.
Cool. So I know there are a few companies in the space that are taking some pretty novel approaches. QuantSnap is one of them. What do you guys? How are you guys attempting to solve this problem?
Well, we're basically focused on building a cybersecurity ecosystem using technology and professional services to protect cryptocurrencies. Now, to go into a little bit more detail, we're building the world's first threat intelligence platform built on the blockchain. So we're taking the benefits of blockchain technology and using that for our customers to protect the valuable crypto tokens belonging to individuals and organizations in a way that enables proactive cybersecurity. So to go a little bit further, so we have this platform and we have a threat reputation database, and that will contain information about dangerous URLs, URIs, confirmed wallet addresses of hackers, phishing addresses, address dangerous IP addresses, and that will be running on the blockchain, and that will be connectable through APIs to different types of endpoints. So it will be technology.
Exchanges and other ways.
Exactly, platform agnostic, free of charge.
Platform agnostic.
That means it can run on Ethereum and other types of core technologies. So any endpoint, a PC, a server, a hardware wallet that's connected.
So you mean it's just written in a bunch of different languages? And
we have an API that can be connected. I mean, it's basically at the transport level, if you will, in terms of connecting the API to different endpoints. So basically a lot more devices, a larger ecosystem of varying types of people and devices worldwide can use our system to basically receive proactive cybersecurity. That means before they make the transaction, they can receive an alert, or we can block the transaction if they like. And why is that important? Because basically once they make the transaction and the crypto has been hacked, it's very difficult to recover.
Yeah, it is. It's not impossible.
It's almost impossible. Right now, there's nobody out there to help you, but we will be providing services to help.
Yeah.
So even people that have been hacked, we have measures in our business program and our plans to help enable people to recover stolen bitcoins.
Okay, so that's interesting. So you guys are basically trying to get smarter than the hackers and inform your customers to make sure that they're not taken advantage of on a really high level, right?
Well, actually, we can go a little bit deeper than that.
Okay.
I mean, basically what we're doing is that we're stopping or preventing the bad actor from monetizing stolen bitcoins. And how are we
monetizing it?
From monetizing it. So once he's got it, how do we do that? Well, for instance, we will be taking a blacklist of stolen Bitcoins and sharing it with all the exchanges, leading exchanges in the world. And therefore, they have that blacklist, they can filter, they can identify, and they can stop the transaction. And therefore, we raise the cost for the bad actor to monetize, and we show our value add without any fee. But in addition to that, we'll be providing systems that will trace at the original transaction crypto address level, but also at the sub-address level. So a lot of bad actors will take their stolen Bitcoins and move it to a sub-address to try to avoid detection. Our technology will have the ability to trace at that level too.
Across blockchains.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
I mean, and then on the other hand, we will be incentivizing the people that we call sentinels, which are individual security experts and organizations, to contribute their security intelligence, and we're providing them with a very, very attractive reward for their contribution of cybersecurity intelligence. You know, instead of bounty, bounty has a pretty strong meaning to it. I would rather say consideration or appreciation for contribution.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
For value provided, we provide a very, very nice reward system. So basically...
So is that how you guys get more intelligent?
Exactly.
Through the...
So we are the world's first crowdsourced threat intelligence platform, and we're looking to partner. We'll partner with the conventional cybersecurity companies that are out there, and other companies that can provide value add. So we're partnering with wallet companies, we're partnering with companies that provide KYC, Know Your Customer technology, AML technology. We're looking to solve a problem. We don't have this made here technology attitude, but rather we have this work with us to solve the problem.
Right.
This is an important problem to solve.
So are you guys going to be doing any smart contract auditing or app auditing?
Well, we're really focused on what we might say malware, phishing, hack, scams, and fraud.
Okay.
Yeah? And maybe in the future, I'm not going to say no to smart contracts, but I'll say our focus really are on those elements that I mentioned to you. We want to take care of that before we bite off more. We're already got a very rich menu or plans of providing distributed sandboxing, machine learning.
Sandboxing?
Yeah.
Can you use it? I'm actually ignorant.
Well, sandboxing is basically where you take suspicious data sets or data code, data packets, and you put it into an environment where you do testing. And you're basically looking for zero-day attacks or advanced persistent threats. You're looking for malware. And it's basically like a medical lab where you apply various tests and you look to see if any of them trigger a positive, and then you know that you've got something. But you see, in the cybersecurity world, to understand things, it's like going for a physical. There's not one test that you have and then you go home. The doctor's going to apply multiple tests to look at things at you from multiple vectors to have an overall understanding. In the cybersecurity world too, we have to use different types of technologies, different types of tests to uncover and to really understand well whether or not there's something wrong.
So I'm assuming pretty simple token economics. People pay for the system for services in the tokens, and the tokens are given to the people who are providing services for consideration.
Well, let me go into that a little bit.
Okay.
We are providing a circulating utility token.
Yeah.
And so our circulating utility token, you can purchase that with points. If you make a contribution, you receive points, and the points indicate trust, and it indicates a degree of reputation. And so it's like the Amazon system.
So it's like a rating system.
It's a rating system.
Sure,
I mean, people, if you receive a new threat alert, and this guy has a high degree of cumulative points, a great deal of solid reputation and trust, then you can basically bank on that.
Yeah.
But if somebody has a relatively low, you might want to do some more testing before you accept that.
Yeah.
So, having some skin in the game indicates a degree of responsibility.
That's right.
Yeah, and KYC and AML also bring in external factors of trust and reputation. So we're doing both internal and external. And then in terms of the utility token, There are three major areas I'd like to highlight by which our utility token can be used. One is for online blockchain transaction fees, similar to Ethereum gas. Yes. Sure. The second one is as an intermediary token for value swaps between different blockchains.
Okay.
And the third one,
say that. Explain that.
That means if you want to trade from one cryptocurrency to a third, we can be the intermediary.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And then the third one is, and the most important by the way, is to license our advanced technologies and services in terms of machine learning and then also sandboxing.
What kind of machine learning?
There's different types, but we're going to be doing both primarily unsupervised machine learning, and that means to detect anomalies and behavior.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But we will also be tuning or adding our own intelligence to that, and that implies a certain degree of supervised to maximize the value. But then we'll also be doing the decentralized sandboxing, and then in addition, people will be able to license our consulting services for forensics analysis, for scanning services, for analysis of suspicious activity. And so we're going to have these people that we call sentinels, organizations, security experts, and other people that will, just regular individuals that will be available to provide assistance and support in terms of helping our users to address things that fall outside of the technology arena and more in terms of, I need some extra help that the technology doesn't address. Can you help me out? I'd like somebody to scan my network. I'd like somebody to do a vulnerability test. Could you please do that?
I like the flexibility. It's super important in security. So how far along are you guys?
Well, everything in the crypto world is 10x. So we started earlier this year.
Yeah.
And we are zooming. We have now a team of 14, 15 people. We have over 25 partners. We have a community of approximately, I would say, about 37,000 people.
You're post-ICO?
We're doing our ICO right now. The private round is done. The pre-public round is done. Our crowd sale round will start on May 27th this month. So the ICO will be completed next month. But we're moving forward very quickly. I don't know what a weekend is, quite frankly. And when my weekends have disappeared, my travel schedule is I'm traveling all over the world. People know us. We come to New York. This is our first event in New York, and people are saying, Sentinel Protocol, I know your project. Thank you very much for what you're doing. So it's great to be in New York.
It's exciting.
It's really exciting. I mean, it's moving at the speed of electricity. And, the market needs a solution really, really quickly. It's an urgent need. And so we're really proud of the fact that, as I mentioned, the team, the partner, the community, we're having a blast. And I can't wait to come back to New York and to demo our product to the people that I've met at this event.
Thanks, John.
Edwin, thank you very much. Pleasure to meet you, and congratulations on your lobbying.
Thank you.
Cheers.